Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Cody. Welcome back to another video on the channel. And today we have UFC 305 predictions and breakdowns over in Perth, Australia, man. This card's absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Last week's card was fucking trash. The week before that was even worse. Man, these cards have been really underperforming, but this card looks great, so I cannot wait for this card. And before we get into the picks and breakdowns, I would like to promote my Discord. We're doing a $25 giveaway for UFC 305. There's a picture in the Discord that you'll be able to copy to your phone. I'm sure you know I've said this many times. If you're new, I do like to explain it. There's 12 fights on the card. You're going to circle each fighter that you think will win. Whoever predicts the most fights at the end of the card will win $25. Or I'm thinking about getting some like UFC cards to ship to people that win. Money's not everything, but you know people love it, so I'll do whatever the people want. Last week, my friend Jacob won, so congratulations to him. My throat's getting a little dry. But yeah, man. Without further ado, let's get right into the first fight of the night. We have Stewart Nicoll taking on Jesus Aguilar, and let's start with the Jesus side. This man's got power, bro. He throws that big overhand right. I remember he one-shot Shannon Ross. That shit was sad to even watch. I mean, Shannon Ross, man, has just been beat the fuck up. But there's no reason to talk about Shannon Ross. He's not even fighting. That's just fucked up. Let me see. Sorry, I was pulling up some Tapology, so I got that up. Jesus also has got that dog in him, man. He's very very durable. And this is probably the highest competition that Stewart has fought. Stewart is ranked 1 in Australia. I guess he's the number 1 prospect over there. His grappling is very good. Jesus has been submitted twice. This is the only way he's lost. So maybe Stewart does have a way to get him down and submit him. Being the number 1 prospect in Australia, fighting in Australia, this guy's going to win. Give me Stewart. Give me Stewart inside the distance, but I just take his money line. Next fight on the card, we got Kenan taking on Rick Glenn. And I'm going to keep this one really simple. I think Glenn's chin is probably checked out. He got knocked out back-to-back fights at lightweight. He started in featherweight, so he came up, and then now he's at 170. His first fight at 170. Kenan's fight at 170 all his career. So he's going to be naturally the bigger guy, probably have more power. And I'm just not a fan of Ricky Glenn. Kenan, yeah, Ian Gary knocked him out, but he did drop Ian Gary bad in that fight. And he was a huge underdog in that fight. And Ian Gary's been winning fights still. So I'm going to take Kenan. I don't really know how he wins, but there's no way you see me picking the guy on the right, I can tell you that. Next fight on the card, we have an absolute minus 1,200, bro. What the fuck is this fight? Taking on Alex Reyes, plus 750. Alex Reyes has fought like 3 times in the last 10 years, I think. Don't know if that guy even wants to fight anymore. And the guy on the left got fraud checked whenever he was like minus 600 against Moda or whatever the fuck he was. Tom Nolan, he's fighting out of Australia. He's got very good power. And he should win this fight, as if you can look at the odds. He's 13 years younger. He's 4 inches taller. I don't know what his reach advantage is. It should be right here in front of me. No, they have the same exact reach. And Reyes is good, man. Reyes is all right. He just hasn't fought in so long. So maybe Tom Nolan's been submitted a couple times. Maybe he submits him. I'm sorry. Tom Nolan hasn't been submitted. I just pulled that out of my ass. I'm going to say Alex Reyes is 6-0 to the submission. So maybe he submits him. But minus 1,200. This guy's from Australia. Let's just be honest here. Tom Nolan's knocking him out in the first round. Next fight, they go back-to-back with these fights that don't really know if they should have been, made. But Jack Jenkins, minus 800, taking on Herbert Burns. This fight even lasts for 7.5 minutes or less. I can tell you that. Jack Jenkins looked very good against Chepe. He was outlanding him. I think it was like 23 to 12 in the first round, and in the second round he broke his arm. But Jack Jenkins, man, he's very good. He's got very good striking from distance. His calf kicks are money, and Herbert Burns is a quitter. So I feel like if Jack Jenkins beats up that calf, maybe stuns him up top. But this fucking shirt is like fucking up my ass. If that even makes sense. But I think Jenkins finishes him. I think he absolutely runs right through him. Herbert Burns has about 3 minutes to win this fight, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So I don't think he's gonna win. So give me Jenkins. This guy's also minus $1,000,000. This fight will be fun. I have some fight. I have some some pretty good news on this one. I'm taking the underdog, and the reason why is because she was the favorite at first against whoever she was fighting first, and then Luana steps in on like a week's notice, flying to Perth, which is very very far. I think it was like a 22-hour flight, and she doesn't have very good cardio in the first place. So to be taking a fight on short notice against a girl in Casey O'Neill who's got very good volume, very good wrestling, trains with Tatiana Suarez. I think it's not a layup for O'Neill, but if she gets out of the first round, stays away from the clinch and do not get thrown. If she gets fucking judo thrown, the whole crowd's gonna be on Luana's side. But O'Neill fights. I think she fights out of Australia. Maybe I just made that up. No, she doesn't. No, I totally made that up. Bro, hold on. I gotta look that up now. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, I made that up. She's from Scotland. Okay, just disregard what I just said. But I like Casey. I really like Casey, man. I think she's very, very good. Like I said, she's got very good volume, very good wrestling too. And hold on, one more thing. Yeah, I mean, I think she's more technical, and she's got way like I already talked about Luana's cardio. Short a notice. No more talking about this fight. Give me Casey O'Neill. Give me the underdog. Casey O'Neill by knockout. Let's run it. Next fight, we got Josh Culibao taking on Ricardo Ramos. I always feel like I'm gonna mess up his name whenever I say it. This fight should be interesting. Ramos, his only wins are like spinning kicks, spinning elbows, spinning back fist, whatever the heck you want to call it. But it's not very consistent in the UFC. And Josh Culibao is a dog, man. I like his grappling. I don't think he should grapple here. I think Ramos probably has the better grappling, but I also like Culibao's striking too. He's pretty good at distance striking, and I feel like if he hurts Ramos with anything, Ramos is gonna quit. That man's been guillotined back-to-back fights. In the UFC, you should not be getting guillotined, man. Like, they have so much practice, and they know how to fight the guillotine. There's no way that you should get guillotined back-to-back fights. Charles Jourdain is an embarrassment. Getting submitted by him. He's a very good striker. That came out wrong. And then Joey Arosa submitted him. Arosa's good at that, so like whatever. But I'm gonna take Josh Culibao. He's got more of that dog in him. I think he's a better striker. And yeah, these two are both also on both of them are on 2-loss losing streaks. So yeah, whoever doesn't win this probably gets cut, which is crazy. But let's go to the next fight. Next fight, we got Junior Tafa taking on Valter Walker. And this fight is a little questionable because of their weight. And Valter Walker is 265 and Tafa is, what, 240? And so here's the thing. Tafa, his kickboxing is very elite. I think he was ranked like 5 in Glory. Valter Walker, though, being 25 pounds heavier, we have weight divisions for a reason. If this guy wrestles Tafa and gets him down to the ground, I don't think Tafa gets up. Now, I don't think Walker will finish him either, because Walker doesn't do anything. But if Tafa can just defend the takedown somehow, he will knock this guy out. But I just don't see it happening. I see Valter Walker. I mean, this guy lost to Lucas Bresky, man. I mean, that's bad. But I don't know, man. I hope Tafa knocks him out, but I just don't know if I see it. I see Valter Walker just getting his hands grabbed, bringing him down, and just laying on him. So give me Valter Walker by decision, but I hope Tafa sleeps him. Next fight, we got Jingliang taking on Carlos Prates, and I actually got to watch Prates fight at UFC Louisville, man. That was my first event, and that knee he landed to Iraqi was disgusting. I think he does the same exact thing here. The Leech is coming off a 2-year layoff. He had a spine injury, which is that's very, very scary. He's also 36. Prates is 6 years younger. Prates Muay Thai is just so fucking clean. He had a 7.5-inch reach advantage or 6.5. And yeah, I like the leech, man. He's durable. He's only been knocked out like once, and I think this might be number 2. Prates is like a 4-1 favorite. Maybe that's a little wide, but I get it because I think Prates probably sleeps him. And I hate saying that because Leach is a vet, but 2-year layoff, spine injury. This could be a check fight. But yeah, man, give me Prates to get this done inside the distance, knockout. Next fight, we got Tuivasa, or Tuivasa, my bad, taking on Jairzinho, Rozenstruik, and okay, listen. The correct pick here, I feel like, would have to be Jairzinho because Tuivasa's lost like the last 4 fights. He literally has to win this fight. Not saying they cut him because the fans love him, but bro, 5 fights in a row. I mean, he's chasing Tony Ferguson's losing streak. Tuivasa was knocked out Lewis with that elbow. He dropped Cyril Gahn, and then out of nothing, bro, he just like, I don't know, like he lost to Tyabora. Sergey put him out. Volkov is good. He has a pretty good matchup here, but Jairzinho's got a very good jab, got really good power. He is a little bit smaller than Tuivasa. But we're in Australia. Give me Tuivasa, bam, bam, TKO. And I wanted to see another Shoey, man. We haven't seen a Shoey in so long. It just feels right to be back in Australia for him. There's no way he loses 5 fights in a row. Hopefully, maybe Jairzinho kind of stuns him with the jab, and then Tuivasa gives him that, the fake hurt thing, and then Tuivasa sleeps him. I want to see some elbows, man. Tuivasa's elbows are disgusting. But give me Tuivasa to bounce back. Give me the underdog and Tuivasa to get this one done by knockout in the first or second round. Next fight on the card, we got Mateusz Gamrot taking on Dan Hooker, man. And this fight's interesting. Excuse me. All right, listen, sorry. So, Dan Hooker, man, this guy's game. I went back and watched the Poirier fight. That fight was insane. I went back and watched the Islam fight. That fight was unfortunate. But Gamrot's that dude, bro. Gamrot, I think he attempts like 15 takedowns in a 15-minute fight, which is insane. It's like that's some shit fucking Marab would do. But Hooker's gonna be the bigger man here. He's gonna have the longer distance, the bigger frame, and Mateusz got dropped by Beneil. That's one of the fights I went back and watched with Gamrot. Beneil dropped him bad in those later rounds, man. And Hooker's game, bro. I mean, Jalen Turner kicked this guy in his head, and Hooker acted like nothing happened. Like that shit was straight shin to bone, and Hooker just kept walking him down. Gamrot should win this fight, but Give me Dan Hooker to get this one done by decision. I think he does. I think he has the more damaging strikes, man. And if we're on that damage versus control type of scoring, I think Hooker can sprawl a couple times and really hurt Gamrot. Gamrot does not like being hit. I know he's a pretty big underdog, but give me Dan Hooker to get this one done via knockout or decision. Next fight, we have the co-main event. Steve Erceg fighting out of Australia, taking on Kai Kara of France. And, man, Steve Erceg has taken the flyweight by storm. Came in, he fought Dvorak. I think it was Dvorak. And then after that, he fought... Was it Matt Schnell? No, it was someone else. Matt Schnell, he knocked out bad. Costa, he knocked out. I mean, this guy's boxing is very good, but he's known for his grappling, so this guy can do it all. He had an absolute banger fight with Pantoja. He should have won, but I think in the last couple minutes he went for that takedown and Pantoja reversed him, and Pantoja got the win off that. Kai Kara's got very good striking, man. He's a vet. He's a vet to the game. He's only 31. He's got a bunch of UFC experience. Fought Moreno. Let's see. Who else did he fight? Let's see who Kai Kara fought. I went and watched a couple. Which fights did I watch? Yeah, I watched the Amir fight, which he won. Brandon Moreno kicked him in the liver, which was crazy. The Askar fight was crazy, bro. He was a huge underdog in that fight, and then before that, he knocked out Cody Garbrandt. Bad. But I think if it stands on the feet, Kaikara has a very good chance. But I think Erceg can go to the grappling here and have a lot of success on like in the grappling here. So give me Astro Boy, man, to bounce back from that title fight loss. I think he gets a win here, and I think he rematches Pantoja. I think that's a fight to make. I think Astro Boy could be the flyweight champ right now. So yeah, give me Astro Boy to get this one done by. I'm gonna say submission or decision. Oh goodness, boys, we are here for the main event. We got Israel Adesanya taking on Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight strap, and man, this one makes me get my hands warm. So, all right, this one's gonna take some time because I really want to break down this one pretty well. Let's start on the what side should we start on? Hold on, wait a second. Let me get these. Hold on 1 second. All right. So let's go back to Dricus's last couple fights. Dricus fought Strickland. Pretty good fight. I feel like it was 2-2 going into the 5th round. Strickland won the 5th round. I thought Strickland won. Maybe I'm a casual. I don't know. And then this one I don't like talking about. He literally knocked out Whittaker with a jab. I don't know how. That shit was crazy. Excuse me. It's like 7 a.m. when I'm recording this. Let's see. Dricus has got really good cardio. He's got that dog in him. He wants to get him to the fence, take him down. But Israel is very, very good up against the fence. His takedown defense is immaculate. Even if Dricus gets him down, I think Israel stands right the fuck up. And I think if he does that over and over and over, Dricus will eventually get tired, I would think. And if he sprawls and we're distance striking, I mean, of course Adesanya wins. I don't think that's even a question. I do like how Israel took some time off here to look like his body got like a little bigger for like the division too. A little bit more toned too. His abs were more defined. And he got knocked out by Pereira and then came back and knocked out Pereira, which is pretty impressive. And I don't know, man. I think Adesanya gets him here, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think he knocks him out. I think maybe after the first couple of rounds, if Dricus just puts that insane cardio on him, insane pressure on Izzy, Dricus might gas. And if he gasses, man, Adesanya will knock him out. And I think he knocks him out in round 3 or 4. I see it in 3 or 4, man. I see a head kick into maybe a left hand. I don't know. Israel's just so good at distance, man. And maybe maybe this fight's completely boring. Damn, I just spit everywhere. Maybe this fight is a complete snooze fest and it goes all 5 and somebody wins a boring decision. But I really think Adesanya wants to kill this guy. In the game, of course, in the UFC game. And I think he puts hands on him, man. I know he's 5 years older, which is whatever. He's 35. He's coming off a little bit of a layoff. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage, so that'll, of course, help whenever we're distance striking. But give me Israel the style bender, man. Give me Israel knockout in the 3rd round. So yeah, guys, that is UFC 305 Perth in Australia, man. I'm so hyped. Me and my boys, we've been talking about it all week. And once again, if you want to join that Discord, we do giveaways, and we got some people in there that just talk MMA in there. So we'd love to have you in the Discord. And yeah, man. Let's see. I'm gonna have you drop a comment because most people don't even make it this far. So if you made it this far, man, I want you to drop down in the comments. Give me your absolute most confident pick in this week's card. It can be, don't be Tom Nolan or fucking Jenkins. Those guys are like a combined minus 2,000. But other than that, I just want you to put your most confident pick in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you there. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Peace.